There's no place I would rather be than out in the woods and forest of northeast Michigan. They teem with life, and truly I feel closer to God there than I do anywhere else in the world. However, there are times when the woodlands can be a little bit unsettling, such as at night. There are always strange noises, and if you live in the city especially, and haven't been out in the woods a lot, you will hear noises that are sounding very strange. It might actually put your nerves a little bit on edge. But there are beautiful sounds. The sounds of the frogs singing in the ponds and swampy water, and then there's the crickets chirping. To me, I always said that those sounds remind me, especially in this early spring, of the animals of the woodland praising God for the renewed, for life's renewal in the spring, and they're just so beautiful to listen to. To me, sometimes the dark night would grow very silent, though, and silence in itself can be unnerving. If you've never been somewhere where there's total silence, you can hear nothing. That's very unsettling, and that's happened to me more than a couple times out in the woods at night. But I cherish those times too. Sometimes the dark night, I would hear no sound at all. But that was a rare occasion. Now, on more than a few occasions, though, I have felt those as being watched by someone or something. Let's see, we have a lot of reports of Sasquatch or Bigfoot here in Michigan. And there have been a few times that I've thought it was close by, but I didn't really let it scare me or anything. But that brings me to the infamous Jersey Devil. Now, I can understand how, in the remoteness of the Pine Barrens in New Jersey, how just enigmatic a creature as this could exist. Though I've never been there, I understand it's vast, with areas that you could get lost in and never be seen again. So, for a creature like the Jersey Devil to exist, or Sasquatch, I could see it in a place like that. I want to show you today a special Postal commemorative label that was released in conjunction with what is called Sojex, S-O-J-E-X, which was a stamps exhibition in New Jersey that was held April 13th through the 15th, 1973, and they released this colorful label as a commemorative of that event. So let me tell you just a little bit about the Jersey Devil, the legend, for if indeed it is a legend, it is nothing less than completely fascinating. In southern New Jersey, the Philadelphia folklore of the United States, the Jersey Devil, also known as the Leeds Monster or Leeds Devil, is a legendary creature said to inhabit the Pine Barrens of South Jersey. And the creature is often described as a flying biped with hooves. But there are many variations on what it looks like. The common description is that of a bipedal kangaroo-like or wyvern-like creature with a horse or goat's head, leathery bat-like wings, horns, small arms, and clawed hands, legs and cloven hooves, and a forked tail, can't forget that. It has been reported to move quickly and is often described as emitting a high-pitched, blood-curdling scream. The Jersey Devil originated with a Pines Barren resident named Jane Leeds, also known as Mother Leeds. Now, the legend states that Mother Leeds had 12 children, and after finding that she was pregnant for a 13th time, I would think she would have gone beside herself, but for the 13th time, she cursed the child in frustration, crying that the child would be the devil. And then in 1735, Mother Leeds was in labor on a stormy night while her friends gathered around her. Born as a normal child, the 13th child changed to a creature with hooves, a goat's head, bat wings, and a forked tail. Growling and screaming, the child beat everyone with its tail before flying up the chimney and heading into the pines. In some versions of the tale, Mother Leeds was supposedly a witch, and the child's father was none other than the devil. Some versions of the legend also state that there was a subsequent attempt by local clergymen to exorcise the creature from the Pine Barrens. It evidently didn't go very well because of sightings, or reported sightings of the creature during 1909. The Jersey Devil was referred to as the Leeds Devil, named after Mary Leeds' family, or the Devil of Leeds, either in conjunction with the local legends of the Leeds family uh, or the southern New Jersey town known as Leeds Point. Now, Mother Leeds has been identified by some as Deborah Leeds, on the grounds that Deborah Leeds' husband, Japhet, named 12 children in the will he wrote during 1736, which is compatible with the legend. But Deborah and Japhet Leeds also lived in the Leeds Point section of what is now Atlantic County, New Jersey, which is commonly the location of the Jersey Devil story. Brian Regal, an historian of science at Keene University, theorizes that the story of Mother Leeds, rather than being based on a single historical person, originated from colonial southern New Jersey, religious and political disputes that became the subject of folklore and gossip among the local population. So he's saying that the legend of this creature was born out of religious and political people that were at odds with each other. And I'm not sure how that would bring about that legend, but this is what Mr. Regal has stated. According to Regal, folk legend concerning these historical disputes evolved through the years and ultimately resulted in the modern popular legend of the Jersey Devil during the early 20th century. Regal contends that colonial-era political intrigue involving early New Jersey politicians Benjamin Franklin and Franklin's rival almanac publisher, Daniel Leeds, resulted in the Leeds family being described as monsters, and it was Daniel Leeds' negative description as the Leeds Devil rather than any actual creature that created the later legend of the Jersey Devil, so that the Leeds themselves were responsible for the origin of the legend, not having, well, as I said, there was a lot of turmoil there, and even Benjamin Franklin was in on the turmoil because of his being a competitor to the Leeds publishing of an almanac. Now, much like Mother Leeds of the Jersey Devil myth, Daniel Leeds' third wife had given birth to 9 children, a large number of children even for that time, and Leeds' second wife and first daughter have both died during childbirth. As a royal surveyor with a strong allegiance to the British Crown, Leeds had also surveyed and acquired land in the Egg Harbor area, located within the Pine Barrens. The land was inherited by Leeds' sons and family and is now known as Leeds Point, one of the areas in the Pine Barrens currently most associated with the Jersey Devil legend and alleged Jersey Devil sightings. That by the late 1700s and early 1800s, at the latest, the Leeds Devil had become a ubiquitous legendary monster or ghost story in southern New Jersey area. Into the early to mid-19th century, stories continued to circulate in southern New Jersey of the Leeds Devil, a monster wandering the Pine Barrens. An oral tradition of Leeds Devil monster ghost story subsequently became established in the Pine Barrens. Although the Leeds Devil legend has apparently existed since the 18th century, Regal states that the modern depiction of the Jersey Devil, as well as the now pervasive Jersey Devil name, first became truly standardized in current form during the early 20th century. Allegedly spotted near the Pine Barrens, as well known among the local populace of Burlington County, New Jersey. And I quote from that newspaper: "Whenever he went near it, it would give a most unearthly yell that frightened the dogs. It whipped every dog on the place. That thing," said the colonel, "is not a bird nor an animal, but it is the Leeds Devil, according to the description, and it was born over in Evesham, Burlington County, 100 years ago. There is no mistake about it. I never saw the horrible critter myself, but I can remember well when it was roaming around in Evesham Woods 50 years ago, and when it was hunted by men and dogs and shot at by the best marksmen that in all of South Jersey area. But it could not be killed. There isn't a family in Burlington or any of the adjoining counties that does not know of the Leeds Devil, and it was the bugaboo to frighten children with when I was a boy, end quote. So I'm going to stop there. There is much, much more. It is a fascinating legend, and I would encourage you to check out more of the facts yourself. But I think the little commemorative postal label, which was probably attached on the left-hand side of the envelope, was the cachet used on their first day covers for the Sojak exhibition. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to be back with y'all again real soon. Love each and every one of you. Thank you for your kind thoughts and your prayers during my recent health problem. You can see maybe that I'm standing up now. I couldn't even do that before the surgery this past Monday. So I love each and every one of you on the other side of that computer screen. God bless you. Stay well.